What's good, everybody, man? It's your boy Jay in the building. We're back again with another video. Now, before we get this video started, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all share this video. All right, man, listen. Last video of 2024, and I have a few things on my mind, man. But listen, I do want to say I appreciate you guys so much for a very, very good 2024. And I can't wait till next year. So listen. We got a few things. I got a few things to get to. First off, man, the state of HBCU football in 2025 isn't in good hands. I believe so, especially with the amount of coaching hires, big time coaching hires. Two of the big ones, Michael Vick, Deshaun Jackson. Those two actually blew my mind. Did not see coming. I did see Mike Vick being a coach. I definitely did not see Deshaun Jackson being a coach at all. And plus, a lot of moving parts in terms of players in the transfer portal. Giovanni Gibson, who is heading to the SEC. Andrew Jones, who I think he's heading to the Big 12. I think he committed to Oklahoma, if I'm not mistaken. And Malachi Bailey in the transfer portal. Just a lot of big names, dog. That is going to be a lot of moving parts that could change the trajectory of some teams. So I can't wait to see what's happening. But the coaching, the big part of what's going to happen in 2025, the landscape of HBCU football is going to be even bigger next year than it was this previous year. Of course, more eyes, and I think this might be the Coach Prime effect, right? Where Coach Prime enters the fray of HBCU coaching. Then a year later, here comes, or I think the year after, here comes Eddie George, right? We see what Eddie George has done in these past 3 or 4 years. Went from winning only 4 games to this past season, winning the conference and entering the playoffs. So real good signs ahead for Tennessee State coming into 2025. But, and you know, even though Mike Vick and Deshaun Jackson took over the news when it comes to the coaching hires, which those are big time names, the names that people are probably not looking at or probably overlooking is the 2 hires of Sam Shade going to Alabama A&M and Tremaine Jackson going to Purdue A&M. In which those are 2 hires. I think, to me personally, I think those 2 hires might be 2 of the best that has happened this offseason in terms of coaching hires. I'll first start out with Sam Shade. Of course, we all know he's a national champion for Alabama, for the University of Alabama. Played 8 years in the NFL. He got coached by Dick LeBeau and Marvin Lewis. So he has some great NFL experience. And then this past season, where he was at Miles College, and he has won a playoff game. The first time Miles College has ever won a playoff game against Carson Newman. And then, of course, they go against Valdosta State, in which Tremaine Jackson was coaching at Valdosta State. Sam Shade gonna be at Alabama A&M, and I think, hopefully we'll see what he does there. But then let's transfer over to Tremaine Jackson. Him being at Valdosta State, in which he has some ties to the SWAC. As a matter of fact, his college playing career, his first 2 years, he played at Texas Southern. Then he started off his coaching career at Texas Southern. So much so is that I think he was there when Texas Southern won the SWAC championship, and I think 2010 or 2011, one of them years. But he was there when he won it. Had an extensive coaching career, and so that's the thing. These 2 guys with the long, extensive coaching careers that they do have this far, bringing it to Alabama A&M and Prairie View A&M, and I think those two programs are going to be in absolutely great hands. Now I think Valley State is still looking for their head coach, if I'm not mistaken. But do we have any coaches entering 2025 on the hot seat? I don't know. I think the only two coaches that I can think of off the bat is probably Alonzo Hampton and Raymond Woody. If maybe on the hot seat. I don't know for certain, but I do like the trend of former NFL players coming over to the HBCU side of things and coaching. Because listen, let's be real. I'm pretty sure a lot of the great coaches may not get the money that they deserve. You know, the schools may not have enough funds for them to pay them what we think they might be worth. But it's a good thing for these guys to at least get their foot in the door when it comes to college coaching over to the HBCU side of things. I'm not mad at that. As long as there are eyes paying attention to us, in which, listen, we all saw what happened when Coach Prime came to Jackson State. You know, it caught a lot of eyes. So hopefully with Mike Vick and Deshaun Jackson being here now, we'll see what happens in 2025. But listen, what I asked for, right? I just pray and hope that HBCU football period, I pray that we are competitive. Money games, I'm gonna look past that. We're talking about against the out of conference schedule. Like I'm talking about the other teams in the FCS. I'm talking about, listen, you know what I want for real? I want Jackson State to play some of these high caliber FCS teams, like North Dakota State, like South Dakota, like Montana State. I really do want to see Jackson State play against some of them schools to see how they measure up. Because if we're being honest, Jackson State is the best HBCU football team, and they have been consistently in the last 3 or 4 years. Consistently. So I wouldn't mind seeing Jackson State play against North Dakota State. I wouldn't mind that. Hell, A&T did it a few years ago. Tennessee State did it just last year. So I want to see why Jackson State wouldn't do it. I would love to see that. But I also am curious to see what North Carolina A&T looks like. I think that Sean Gibbs coming back to A&T is going to really shed a good light on A&T, and I pray and hope that they do well. Because like I said before in the last video, A&T, or HBCU football as a whole, it looks better when North Carolina A&T is a real good football team. It looks better. So I can't wait to see what HBCU football as a whole looks like. The team in Division II, I don't know what it looks like. I don't know who's going to come out on top in terms of the SIAC or CIAA. Bowie State don't look the same. Fayetteville State looks completely different. Virginia Union, with Jada Byers being gone, they are going to 100% look completely different. Look completely different. So you know what that means? Livingstone. I'm going to need Livingstone. Livingstone, come on, man. I'm going to need y'all. This is it. This is it this year. But listen, I can't wait to see what South Carolina State looks like with Coach Berry entering his second year. It's going to be very interesting with Jackson State and TC Taylor. I can't wait to see what they look like. They've been doing a real good job with their recruiting class since the end of the season. Hell, since the end of the Celebration Bowl, they've been spearhead on with these recruits, and they've been doing a real good job. I can't wait to see what FAMU looks like. This was, for me personally, I think this was somewhat of a down year for FAMU from what we've been accustomed to seeing for the last 3 years. So hopefully, we'll see what FAMU does. I can't wait to see them. But listen, I think 2025 is going to be one hell of a year for HBCU football, period. Now, for y'all know, we are going to be covering some basketball from January up until March. So y'all be on the lookout for that. But listen, I can't wait for it. I can't wait to see y'all in 2025. God willing, after this video drops, hopefully I make it to see 2025. But I can't wait, man. Listen, once again, I appreciate y'all so much. And Happy New Year, man. Now, I might go live. I'm not for certain just yet. But like I said before, I appreciate y'all so much, man. And God bless each and last one of y'all. And Happy New Year.